Hey guys, you are here with Esther and Kat
Hi,
and our
guys.
pod. It's not that serious. Hi.
Welcome to my bedroom. I'm still have construction going on in my office. So last episode I was in the living room and now I'm in my bedroom.
And you look so comfortable.
Yeah, it's not really though, because I'm not used to just sitting up in my bed. I'm laying down and scrolling, not doing this. But
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
okay.
So guys, one thing that we have in common, both of us watch the Kardashians.
Mhm.
So we've been interested in this Lamar Odom documentary,
Mhm.
and we decided we're going to watch it and we're going to talk about it on the pod today. And also to add, because we want to taste this Khloud
Oh yeah.
popcorn.
I got
It's
this other
supposed to
flavor
be
too.
healthy.
I got the boring one, but I love this.
I wanted that one, and I went to Target, and every fucking bag was expired in that flavor.
How
They
crazy is
were
that?
all expired as of February and March. They did have like 2 bags that expire like April 19th. And I was
Mhm.
just like, oh, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
so
at,
wait, what was the other one that you got?
so I got the cheddar, the
Mhm.
white cheddar, and the sweet and salty kettle corn.
Okay. Yeah, so
Um,
the Target that I went to had the sweet and salty kettle corn, and I kept debating. Like, I knew for sure I wanted this basic one.
I
I
wanted
knew
that
for sure.
one.
Yeah. And then I was like, the kettle corn one or the white cheddar. And I couldn't decide, but that sweet and salty didn't sound too good to me. So I really
Yeah.
want to know what it tastes like. Um,
I'm not
but
a big kettle corn fan.
neither am I. But those were the only choices I had. Those three. That's
Yeah.
it. So
No,
it's
I
the
think
same.
that's the only 3 flavors. And
Oh, is
then
it?
she has the
Oh,
chips,
no, wait, hold
but
on. That's not the only three flavors. So
oh, there's
get
not?
this. Hold on. Let me take a look to make sure it's actually the
Okay.
popcorn, okay? So I told Victor that we were doing this, and oh my god, it is. So I said, remind me, I gotta go buy this. I got this at Target, right? But then I said, remind me, I gotta go buy, like, I wanna try one or two flavors and we're gonna talk about this on our pod. And he goes, oh, okay, if I see it when I'm out and about, I'll I'll get you
Grab a
whatever
bag.
flavors, right?
Yeah.
Or I'll see what flavors they have. He asked me if I wanted this dill pickle.
Mm.
That was the Cloud popcorn dill pickle. I said, I I
No,
hate to
thank
say
you.
it, but it didn't sound good to me, and I was like, My only responses was gross.
He's all, "So, no?
I'm yeah, I'm like, how can you even ask me if that's the one I want to try? I told you for
Do you
sure I
like
wanted
pickles?
this one.
Do you like pickle?"
I do. So I do like pickles, but I
Okay.
don't like, how there's chips and stuff like that. Like, I don't know about all that.
Same.
Yeah.
I like pickles.
Yeah.
I'm not a fried pickle fan.
Mm-mm.
I think, Lay's chips has a dill pickle flavor, like, no. I
Yeah,
just
me
want a
neither.
pickle.
Yeah. Same here. So when I saw dill pickle, and that was the popcorn. So
Yeah.
there's the dill pickle one,
Okay,
guys.
I didn't see that one. Um, and I know she has the chips, then both Esther and I looked for the chips. They're not in our stores yet, maybe because we live in the hood, I don't know. I I
I
felt
know,
like
I'm
when I
like,
saw
where are
her
they selling
videos.
this?
Yeah,
Right? Yeah, it's
yeah.
so weird.
It hasn't
But
made
I
its
would
way to
try the chip.
Arizona.
You what?
It hasn't made its way to Arizona
Has
yet,
it
but
made
they need to get all
I mean,
those
I'm not that
expired.
far. So,
Right.
and where was this even made? I need
What's your
to
expiration on that blue one?
let me see. This was made in LA. The expiration date. I was just looking at it too just now. Where did my expiration? Oh, it was June 2026. June 6th,
Okay,
2026.
see,
Yeah.
that's why I didn't wanna get the April 19th one because 'cause I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's, like, 3 days
You're
away."
like,
I
it's
don't
been
know.
sitting here. And then, oh yeah, and then the other one, it's funny that you mentioned the expiration date because the other one was also like September, and then this one was October.
Yeah, this
Even
one
though I'm not
is
gonna like wait that long to eat, I was just like, no,
exactly.
you know.
But this one is, like, November, and this
Okay.
one is October. So the
Yeah.
fact that they had expired ones and one expiring literally this week,
Yeah, that's
I was
crazy.
like, clean your shit up. Or
Yeah.
is that what your delivery person brought over?
Ugh. And
You know how
like that
the,
surprises me.
right.
Oh, that
Yeah, they were
surprises me.
like, all the blue bags were like that. They expired February, March, and then coming up. I
Yeah.
even grabbed the bags all the way in the back. I messed up that whole blue display.
And still nothing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The shit was all scattered all over the place after me digging through it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, we can
sorry, but you
try
need to get rid
this.
of it anyways.
I know. You're like, yeah, maybe to get it some attention and then they can take it off the shelf
Yeah.
because it's expired. Like, fill that with
Yeah.
some new shit.
Yeah. So we're going to do a taste test at the end of the pod, guys, and
Yeah.
tell you our feedback.
Yeah, you know
But
what? I'm gonna have to like look at the label again soon, like right before while we're tasting it, because I couldn't remember what it had said.
what do you
I just
mean?
remember like really quick looking. I was like, oh wait, what is this? Zero stuff, like zero fluff, all that. I just wanted to
Yeah,
see it.
it's supposed to be like super healthy and it
Mm-hmm.
has 7 grams of protein and
Whole
what's the
grain.
sodium? 160 on this. I don't know. What's a lot of sodium? What's considered a lot of sodium?
I mean, I think that's a lot, but that's probably just as bad as chips. No.
We're Asian. We put a lot of seasoning in our shit, so I think our bodies are used to sodium.
Like nothing's gonna do us
We
any
eat
harm.
stuff with MSG. No, just kidding.
Oh my god, you know what? I mean, obviously growing up, my parents used MSG and
Yeah.
everything, but I actually never bought MSG for my house.
No.
Like ever. Never
I
have
ha-
ever.
I have. I mean, I have a um, but I don't use it that often. That
Yeah,
shit's
I
probably
never use it. I
expired.
don't know.
Should probably
Oh my
expired like
gosh.
5 years ago. But I feel like seasoning it lasts a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably
But
does. All
so,
right. So what overall did you think?
oh my god, I have
I was like, oh my gosh.
I have a
I
lot of
mean, I know we
thoughts.
both, yeah, and we both took some notes, but
Yeah. So what did you think of their relationship, of Lamar and Chloe's relationship? Do you think that they were mutually in love? Let me start with that question.
I feel like at times because did you watch that show, Chloe and
Yeah.
Lamar? Yeah. So I feel like at times I thought that they were totally like head over heels for each other.
Yeah.
But then also just by the way he behaved, it seems like he was using her.
Right. That's kind of how I felt too. I felt,
Yeah.
and there was things that he said and even like his family said and even that Chloe said when she was saying like cuz even his kids were like he wanted to, like he
This is
was
the life
drawn
he
to that,
wanted.
the life
Yeah.
he wanted prior to even meeting
Yeah.
Chloe.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was his idea to have the show and his idea
Mhm.
to like be seen on the show,
Mhm.
like
Yeah, he was eating it up.
oh yeah, for sure. And then he even made a comment in the documentary where he said that he saw the life that she was living and he wanted in that.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, that's the life I want to be
Mhm.
living." Yeah, that's so insane because that's the crazy thing is like you had that kind of life just in a different way
Yeah,
with
he
just
did
in sports. Like it's
in
crazy because
sports.
she remember she even said like, "Oh, when they were talking about the show, um, like reminded him about his career, his NBA career."
Yeah. Like this is
That's
your number one
crazy.
career.
Yeah. Isn't
Yeah.
that really crazy? I just like it's insane. Like, what if he just stuck to playing basketball?
I think he was just drawn to like he likes having all that attention
All
on
that
him.
attention.
And then this way it kind of gives him that road that he can go, okay, when basketball season's over, I'm still relevant. And
Yeah.
now all the, and he, cause he said it too. He was like, people would, yell for me on the street or whatever, like fans would come up and he was like, and I started to tell, were they a fan of me from basketball or from being
Oh,
on a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
reality show?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now it's like, cause you have a lot of people that watch sports, and they're diehard sports fans, but they don't know
Mhm.
anything about the Kardashians or
Yeah.
anything about reality shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then vice versa, it's like same
Mhm.
thing with like Taylor Swift uh
Oh, yeah.
dating what's his
Kelsey,
name?
uh,
Jason Kelsey?
J
Or is
Travis
it
Kelce.
Travis Kelsey? Oops, sorry. Yeah. What's funny is I like Jason Kelsey's wife a lot. I follow her pod.
Oh, what's her name?
Kylie.
I oh, Kylie, yeah, I was like, it
Yeah.
starts with the K.
Kylie Kelsey. I like her a
Yeah,
lot.
she's funny.
Yeah. But with them, I think he was like, I think he did fall for her and he did love her. But when you watch the documentary, he doesn't talk about the love he had for her.
Mm-mm.
She does,
Yeah,
and his
but
kids
he talks
do.
about, like, having that limelight, like
Yeah.
yeah, he talks about all of that.
His kids talk about, his kids mention that he did love her. I did feel bad for the kids because I feel like Chloe does have some responsibility in that as well. You're marrying this man after 30 days. You didn't think of how this would affect his kids. Like, that's kind of
His
fucked
yeah,
up,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I think
But
she was like
I mean,
24, 25.
obviously what?
She was like 24, 25, still young,
Yeah,
but
right?
you should, you guys got to always think of the kids first.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
You're adult enough to think about what the impact, is gonna be on the children.
yeah,
That was
for
so
sure.
messed up. And it was like he totally chose not even Chloe, but that life over his kids.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, addiction is he was addicted not only to the drugs, he was addicted to the fame.
Mhm.
Because the
His
fact that when he even after he did that overdose and, he got rehabilitated, his daughter even said, like, "He didn't even come to see us. He went
Mhm.
directly to, like, uh, I think it was, like, the Laker or I think it was Kobe's last basketball game
Mhm.
and did all
Yeah, but
these
he
other
never
things."
stopped by or anything.
Right, because he's
Yeah.
still addicted to that, you
Mhm.
know, being relevant in
Yeah.
that attention.
Yeah, that's crazy though. I mean, I get that the kids like in one of the clips, I think his son was saying like, "Oh, it's cool. He knows that he can look forward to some extravagant gifts during the holidays."
Right,
But, like, I don't know. I think of things differently because as a parent, I would never do that to my kids. And if
right,
I ever did, I would never expect them to talk to me ever again.
right.
You know what I mean? Like, disown me,
Yeah,
and I will accept it. Like, if I was a shitty person or if I did them completely wrong and didn't put them first, yeah, I
yeah.
would be like, disown me. And so he's lucky that the kids still, I mean, for the most part, stuck around.
Yeah. The one thing I will say because I did watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians and the Chloe Lamar show. Chloe mentioned even in that show, like, I remember there was an episode where she wanted Lamar to learn how to swim so he could swim in the swimming pool with his
Mhm.
kids and do like
Mhm.
these fatherly and family things.
Yeah.
And I feel like she was pushing more of the family dynamic
Mhm.
that he just didn't want to
Yeah.
bring his kids into
Yeah.
because it would obviously, like, you can't have your kids on the weekend and go party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it affects that shit, so
Yeah. I mean, that was sad that they came all the way to it was like that parade that they had
yeah.
after the championship, and then he was partying too hard the night before, and then
Yeah.
just, he, like, doesn't even give a shit that they were there,
Yeah.
and
I
he
mean,
just doesn't even it's just crazy.
he
He's like, "I don't need to partake in the family aspect. Let me get on this parade, this boat, float."
well, and only because his trainer, like, made him
Forced
go,
him. Yeah.
which, I mean, I do get, like, it from a child's perspective, like, "Dude, this is something like, why can't we go?" Especially you see all these other players and their families
Mhm.
and their kids,
Yeah.
like, Chloe didn't even go to the championship
Mhm.
parade or whatever. I think it's just one of those things because he says it in the documentary. I think the interviewer asked him, like, "Was it true about your kids were supposed to go with you?" He was like, "I don't know." I'm pretty sure, like, I upset a lot of people, and there's a lot of things I just don't remember, and I'm like, "Fuck," like, you
Yeah,
know?
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember too when all that shit happened at the Love Ranch.
Mhm, I remember when it hit the news and all that,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember even prior to that, because he
What
was
year
p
was that? What year was that?
the overdose?
Yeah.
The overdose was 2015,
Oh, okay,
October
yeah.
13th, 2015.
Mhm. That was insane.
Yeah, because I had to do a timeline. So, Lamar talks about his baby passing away, and I was like, "All
Mhm.
right, his baby passed away in 2006."
Mhm.
However, because I feel like they try to push that narrative. After his son died, he got into drugs and da da da. He
Mhm.
was doing
He
drugs
was already
prior to
doing
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing drugs. It was I thought I wrote it down.
Maybe
Oh,
I
yeah, in
did.
2001 is when he got suspended. I think it's also crazy that this dude has never really went to rehab either.
I know.
Yeah. He was playing for the Clippers in 2001, and he got suspended on 2 different occasions, in March of 2001 and November of 2001, and so the fact that all they did was suspend him, it's kinda like, how
Mhm.
many chances? Because you hear about this with athletes all the time
Mhm.
where, "Oh, they're in rehab, drugs, da 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 da," like, how many
Mhm.
chances do you give motherfuckers where you're
Yeah.
like, "You know what? You just can't play in the league anymore.
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
fucking privilege."
Yes, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what's crazy about it,
Like,
that
if
he
we
could
get
not
caught
see that.
doing drugs at our job, we get fired.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, at our job, I think our handbook says we just can't do it at work. So, as long as we don't go to work high, we're fine. But
Wait, so did you say that your favorite Kardashian is Chloe?
she is, yeah,
She is
probably.
your favorite.
You know what? I feel like
You like Kim,
now
huh?
it's Kim.
Yeah,
It used to be Chloe, but now I like Kim how she is now. I
yeah.
like divorced Kim after Kanye.
Divorced Kim after Kanye. Yeah, that's so
I feel
funny.
like she's just a lot more relatable, and especially because, like, we're kind of like their age.
Mhm.
Chloe is like 41 or 42, and
41 or
then,
42, yeah.
yeah,
So and
Courtney's,
Kim's like what? 40, just, like, a couple years older
I
than
think
her?
she's 45,
Oh,
45,
okay. Okay,
and then I
yeah.
think, yeah, and Courtney's like my age. She just turned 47, I think.
Oh, really?
So they're between that 5-year 42 to 47.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the reason why I do like Kim, because she's just more relatable now than before.
Mhm.
Not
Mhm.
not relatable like I have billions, but yeah, like,
Yeah,
we
no,
can't relate on that aspect.
she used to be so annoying to me, but no,
Yeah,
I definitely like her way more now. I used to love Courtney even though she was so like such a stickler for everything, you
she's kind of
know?
annoying now.
Still is like that, but it's like to the max. And the weird thing is like I thought the way her whole vibe was before was
Mhm.
more fitting for her.
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, I like all of them in their own little ways.
Yeah, they're all very different,
Mhm.
and I think but I do like Chloe. I feel like
Yeah.
she stood by that man's side definitely more than he deserved.
Yes, that's the other thing I was like,
I
"Oh
like the
my
fact that
gosh."
she admits that she was probably his number 1 enabler.
Yeah.
Because we look back, and at the time you think you're doing something, I'm just trying to protect him. I'm trying to
Mhm.
show him, like,
Mhm.
my love is enough and all this, and I feel like I've been there, done that before, so it's like, in that aspect, I can
Mhm.
relate to
Yeah.
this poor woman, like, trying to, like, save her marriage and
Mhm.
save her husband,
Mhm.
and it's just like, "No, honey." From the outside looking in, of course, you can always judge, but until you're living it and you
Mhm.
want to save this person,
Mhm.
it's really
I know.
hard.
That's crazy though that she did it for
She
so
was like,
long.
She was going to hotels and cleaning up his shit.
I know, yeah. That part.
Like,
When she said that, I
he
was
was
like,
in this
"What?"
room fucking all these girls, doing all these fucking drugs and doing this
And
shit,
you were
and you were
covering it
like,
up for him.
I have to, because it can't leak. And she did the best she could till he fucking just started doing. I remember those um videos popping up where he was like, Chloe's out of town, and
Oh,
like, he was
yeah.
high.
That was crazy. Yeah, he was, like, saying she was out of town and he's just gonna be on the down low. He's like,
Yeah.
"I'm just gonna be on the DL. We're going out," like, type of thing. Like, what?
And you're putting this on social media,
Yeah. And the crazy part
but
is
that's how
after
you
the
know you're on
overdose.
drugs.
Yeah.
That's how you know
Just
somebody's
you're
on
just
drugs.
being way the fuck off, yeah. It's crazy though, because after the overdose, you remember how they were going through that divorce, and it was
Uh-huh.
not finalized, and then that happened?
Yeah.
And then she still was like, "Forget the divorce,
Yeah, I'm gonna
let me
take
be
care
here
of
for you."
him, and I'm gonna
Yes.
rehabilitate him. And
Yeah.
honestly, if it wasn't for her, he'd probably still be a vegetable. Or
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
'Cause
Not so
yeah.
much a vegetable, but like
But very not not as great as he's
doing
now.
now. No,
Yeah. It's
and
crazy.
dude, she put her entire life on hold for that dude,
Yeah.
and then when
She put herself, like, way out there for him.
when she said, she was like, crack has a very distinct smell, like da 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 da. And this was like
Mhm.
after you OD'd and you had 12 strokes and 6 heart
Yeah.
attacks or whatever the fuck it was, and you're still gonna do crack. And she goes, he was doing a lot better than he was leading me on to believe,
Mhm.
just so I can like upkeep this lifestyle for him.
Yeah. That's
You're
crazy.
still using her.
Yeah.
And then the fact his response in the interview was, I just can't believe that somebody would bring me cocaine.
Yeah.
But you still
Yeah.
made that choice to take
I
it. Like,
know.
take
Yeah.
some responsibility.
Yeah, you're, like, saying, like, someone took advantage of you.
Yeah.
I
So,
can't eat those kind of I'm like, "What? How are" okay, whatever. Like, you're tripping because that's crazy.
yeah.
The crazy thing is that it took her that to then say, like, "No, fuck you."
Do you think that that's something you could have done?
No.
Or would you just be like, "Oh, well, sucks to be you,
No.
fucker, die."
It's
That
not that
takes
I would be
a
like it
big
just
person.
yeah, like, I don't think I could put myself through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think I could put myself through it. I'd be like before any of that overdose, I would have been like, I can't do this anymore."
Mhm.
Like, I think it's the whole yeah, if I have to
Well,
do
she
that for
filed
you
for
to
divorce in 2013, and then the overdose happened in 2015. And, obviously divorce was still in the process and stuff, so then she reneged on the divorce when he got
yeah.
hospitalized. And I know there was people probably hoping that they would get back together. I was just like, "I hope you don't."
I know. No, I was like, He does not deserve." Like, that's the thing, it's one thing about the drug abuse and his addiction to that, but the fact that he was cheating on her, that's where, like, the moment I know that, why am I doing anything for you?
Right. But she was, like, hiding the cheating from the
I
media, not
know.
from she was just like, "Fuck, I gotta go around and follow this dude as he's
Yeah.
dipping in all these women, and I have to go clean up the mess," and
Mhm.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that already, like, okay, it's one thing to hide your other shit, but for you to cheat on me and expect me to do anything for you after that? Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Go ask that like, you fucked up your life.
Mhm.
That's that's how I would feel. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
even be able to get as far as she did. Would you?
You know what?
That's far.
You're
I
talking to
know,
the
but that's
girl that
far.
forgave her dude for having a baby and then raised the baby. So I don't know how far I would go. My ex cheated on me, and we had a baby, and then that baby called me mom for 8 years and lived with me for 8 years. So like I feel like I would probably be that dumb broad that would be like, oh, I would be that
Oh
dumbass
my
that would
god.
help them.
I just can't. I know.
I
Well,
know, but I
you're
need people
maybe
like
that
you in
makes you
my
a better
life.
person than me.
No, because I need people in my life like that, like you, that
Yeah.
would tell me like, girl, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'd be like, dude, the moment a person
Yeah.
is gonna cheat on you, I'm like, that's done.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, I'm so, I, maybe the old me, that 30-something-year-old me would do what Chloe did. But I don't think the 40-year-old me would. Like
Mhm.
the person I am today, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
But that person I was before, I
Mhm.
probably would.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be that person that's cleaning up their cocaine, but when I found out that they OD'd and I'm like, "Oh my god, I gotta go help my husband because 'cause we're still
Oh,
legally
you know what's
married."
crazy? Yeah, the legally married, finding out her husband OD'd, and then being at the hospital and she saw his dad. And the moment she said, "What are you doing here? I'm still
His wife, like,
his wife," and he just took off.
yeah,
So that's all
Lamar
he
says
wanted.
he
He thought
doesn't
he was a
believe that.
beneficiary of something.
Yeah, Lamar says he doesn't
That's
believe that his dad said to pull the plug, and I remember there
Oh,
was an
really?
episode. I think there
What?
was an episode on Chloe and Lamar Keeping Up the Kardashians where his dad was there,
Mhm,
and if I remember how his dad was, just judging a book by its cover and the way that he was on that episode, I could see him saying, "Yeah, let's go ahead and pull the plug," because maybe he thought he was gonna get some money.
mhm.
You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
maybe, but he was in such a bad state because it can go, it's twofold. Lamar was in such a bad state in a coma, like basically on life support type of thing, where it was like, why? He's just going to be a vegetable anyways. I mean, because
Mhm,
that's where everybody's thought was. So
mhm.
maybe he was like, this isn't how he would want to live,
Yeah.
especially if he's on life
But
support.
but then the fact that he did s they said well, supposedly that they never saw him again.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, "Eh,
Yeah. Yeah.
you didn't even show up when he was well after that."
Hmm.
You know?
What did you think of Dennis Hoff monetizing off of Lamar's OD?
Oh my god.
Honestly, I kind of respect the man's hustle. At the end of the day, it's all business.
Yeah,
Yeah, he capitalized and monetized off of
yeah.
it and sold the stories. And I think that they said that some guy came and asked for a backpack or whatever. And he was
Mhm.
like, believe me, you guys aren't
Yeah,
going to want to know what's in that
yeah, and they were
bag and
like,
have,
"No,
yeah,
he
yeah, we do. We
it's
want that
already yeah,
attention.
it's out there, and
Yeah.
we're gonna put it out there some more."
They sold receipts. They
Yeah.
sold video, they sold the
Uh-huh.
exclusive, like,
Yeah,
okay, TMZ is gonna break the interview,
yeah.
but you guys are gonna get the
Auctioning off
exclusive.
basically, yeah,
Yeah. I was like, "You know
yeah,
what?" I mean, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe somebody would do." I'm like, "This man doesn't know this man personally.
yeah.
He was just a client that
Mhm,
rented a room for X amount of days and OD'd. Like, it's not
mhm,
like they were friends or." I'm like,
mhm.
you know,
You know, it is crazy that he went there because you know how they were talking about, like, yeah, why would he they didn't believe it was him when he called for a car to go
yeah.
there? It's almost crazy because they were saying he could have just done all that in the most, like, easier, more simple way, and he chose to be like that, go all the way outside of, you know, Vegas
And
to
go
this
into, like, raunchy ass
yeah, like, this dirty
brothel.
oh, yeah, brothel, it's weird.
But there's the addiction to, drugs.
Mhm,
He has an addiction to sex and an addiction to fame. So, like,
mhm,
when it comes to a sex addiction, most addictions just keep growing. So it's almost like that, all right, been there, done that in the fancy hotels and the shitty
mhm,
hotels in my house, wherever. And there's just I think for some people, it's like, let me see what this is about. This is like a whole new environment. Something I never been to. Is just a
yeah.
house of prostitution.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
I know.
And then
Like,
whatever that prescription that he had, The girl, when they call 911, she's like, "Oh, he took like 12
I
of
don't
those."
was it a prescription? That looks like the shit
Was
that you
it?
buy at a liquor store or at a fucking sex store.
Oh, maybe. Maybe it was, yeah.
You know, they have at if you ever go to a adult
Oh, it was just like
bookstore,
a pill, yeah.
yeah,
It
it's
was
like
just like a
male
little
enhancement.
mhm,
They have a bunch of that shit, and that dude took 12, and you're only supposed to take 1 in 24
one.
hours. It's like
That him right now.
that's like drinking, like, I don't even know, 48 Red Bulls
I
in
know.
one
Could you
sitting.
imagine what the girls or the girl that he was with at the time thought? Like, how he
Yeah.
he just like white stuff coming out of his nose and mouth, like
Yeah. They tr
dead.
they
You're like
tried to make it sound like he didn't, do any illegal drugs while he
mhm.
was there, but
Yeah.
I feel like it was a combination of shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was probably
Mhm.
those 12.
Mixed with some Coke.
Yeah, mixed with some Coke and whatever
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. Or what about, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe, and I don't remember what timeline this was, how he said that Chris walked in on him
Doing a line of wait, he
doing a
just
line of
finished a
Coke.
line of Coke, and then she
Yeah.
walked in and was like, "Lammy."
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
As he just
that
looked to the side when he just finished, like, that's
like, oh,
crazy. Mhm.
golly. I will say I do like the everybody was very transparent, and Lamar basically backed up everything Chloe said.
Yeah.
So you know she wasn't making up anything. I
Yeah.
think she probably told a nicer version of everything as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
but there was nothing, I mean, maybe besides well, no, there was nothing I feel like that was contradicting that anybody said. I felt like
Mhm.
with the kids and, his first the
Ex.
kids, his mom, and
Mhm. She
yeah,
reminds me her face reminds me of somebody I know. His ex.
you know what?
And her kids look just like her. They have, like,
Yeah,
that same face as her, like, the exact same kind of face,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I did see in his son, I did see some of Lamar in him. I
Mm.
could see in the facial features. The daughter looks more like her mom.
The mom, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but I thought it was good overall. I didn't know. I think this was like the second documentary. I think the
Oh,
one
is
came
it?
out in like 2020.
Oh my gosh, like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I thought it was funny at the end where he
That's
was like, "All
interesting.
right, so am I now an A-list celebrity now that I've been on Netflix and now I'm gonna go to Vegas and da da da
Oh,
da."
yes.
I know he said he
I
was joking, but I'm like,
yes.
"Are you?"
Yeah, I wonder how Chloe feels, like, watching all of that,
Yeah. Well,
you know?
did you see the episode of the Kardashians when he went to Chloe's house and he picked up all his shit?
Oh, yeah, with,
I thought he
Malika
was on
there.
drugs in that episode.
He was acting weird.
He was acting weird.
Remember she was like, "Are you okay?"
He
And,
was
like, he
like
kind of seemed
he
like
was super
she knew he
sweaty,
was yeah. And, like,
like
I feel like she knew he was
profusely.
off. Yeah,
He was
right?
sweating profusely. He was cringy saying some of the shit he was saying to
Yeah.
her, like,
I know. You know, it's like those people where you're like, "You didn't learn anything."
yeah. I'm
That's what
honestly surprised that she agreed to do this documentary and
that's
do
what
the
I'm
interview.
shocked too. Was she a part
But
of
I'm
it
like,
at
you
all?
know what?
Like, was she a part of producing it?
I don't know about that. But
Uh,
I mean, the fact
like,
that she even
making
did the interview,
decisions? Oh, yeah, yeah, the
yeah.
part that she even did, she was even any
That just
participant.
proves like she is a bigger. I feel like that it did give her an opportunity because now that she's not trying to hide anything and he's like, "No, it needs to all come out in the open."
Yeah.
I
She's
think
probably
that
so
was a good
relieved.
outlet for her to, "All right, this is my side of the story. Like you guys sat here and dragged me through the mud and saying like it was my fault and the Kardashian curse and this is why he became the way he
Mhm.
became." Like he had issues prior to her, you know, prior to ever meeting her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And the crazy part is, like, I think people were like, how fucked up that is of her for not letting people just visit him at the hospital.
she had to do it.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
when she explained it, it's like, wow. I
makes
mean, I'm
sense.
not surprised that all that shit happened, and that's why she had to do it.
Yeah,
you know?
she was like, "If I had to authorize it," she's like, "Yeah, after I would have done the same thing after you find
Mhm.
out 3 fucking drug dealers come. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do have to go on lockdown. You people are trying to rob this guy in a
Mhm.
fucking coma."
Yeah. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah. So, but it almost sounded like the kids' mom, his ex, or I mean, they're both his ex, but the kids' mom and the kids didn't really like that. And it's like,
Mhm.
well, you guys don't understand. I mean, you do understand, but you kind of don't understand the level of one popularity that these people are.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, that's why they needed the security and the police
Yeah.
escorts and the dogs and all this shit
Mhm.
because you have fucking criminals coming into the
Mhm.
fucking hospital. So why
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
You would be I feel like they would be the first. They should be or would be the first to understand and be happy that that's happening.
But it almost sounded like they were more annoyed with it and like this
Yeah.
is too much. And it's like,
Mhm. Oh, yeah, remember she did say that? She was like,
yeah.
You brought, like, more attention or negative attention towards it or
And it's
whatever,
like,
right?
but
You made it bigger."
you have drug dealers coming in and out of the hospital.
Yeah.
And if these people can afford that type of protection, then what else do you expect? But you're just y also understand because you're not on that, um, level of being a celebrity, and 2,
Mhm.
you also don't have that kind of money. So
Mhm. Yeah, so you're just thinking you're, like it's because they let her and her kids in, just not the other people, not
correct.
anyone else.
It's
Yeah.
not like they
So
were yeah, they weren't
yeah,
banned from
I
coming.
don't even understand how that wouldn't be okay. If I was in her shoes, I would be like, yeah, absolutely. Like, luckily, we even are able to do this because
I
of
mean,
Chloe.
yeah, fortunately, I mean, this isn't something one, this is a first-time experience for all of them. None of them have been through this type of experience, so you really have nothing else to fall back on what is the right thing
The
or the
right thing
wrong
to
thing
do.
to do, you know what
Yeah,
I mean? So,
yeah. Because for all Chloe's just trying to protect the whole
she's doing what
situation. Yeah.
she did what she thought was best,
Hmm.
and it had nothing to do with, like, you know it had nothing to do with yes, it had to do with control, but it's like, no, she at the end of the day, be happy and grateful that it is her that made all these decisions and came up with all the money for this rehabilitation and do all this shit. But it
Yeah.
sounded like there was a little bit of ungratefulness from Lamar's kids and his
Hmm.
ex.
Yeah.
So
But they just didn't get it. I
yeah.
feel like they just didn't get it because they weren't in it. But yeah, that was wild though. I'm kind of glad because I was like, damn, when all that was happening. I mean, it's funny because I lived in Vegas at the time, but yeah, when that was happening, I just couldn't even believe that. I thought he was gonna be fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think he was gonna even survive. But
Right.
yeah, even showing like the clips of her, like his birthday in the hospital and how they celebrated, I can't even believe like the footage that they took and how much she had to deal with,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
That's that whole like him saying like, "Oh yeah, he, out of surgery, he didn't even know when he was having a fucking like bowel movement." She was just cleaning up his diaper he was wearing basically, you know? That's
Mhm.
like some shit when you're like, we've been together for 50 damn years, like we're old, you know? Like we're just trying to survive and help each other, but like you have to go through that because of some fucking crazy thing that he went through that had
Yeah.
nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a strong ass person.
Mhm.
That's a lot. But yeah, that was wild. But yes, do you want to try this
I was
popcorn?
gonna ask you, do you wanna try the
Okay.
popcorn? Which one are you gonna
Yeah.
do first?
I'm gonna
The
try
one we have the
the
same?
is that the yeah.
The
Mhm.
cheddar? Okay, and
Yeah.
then I'll try let's
Okay.
see,
This cheddar.
this
Good
white
stuff, zero
cheddar.
fluff. Oh my god, is this
Okay,
one of
it's
those bags that's like completely on I was not prepared.
super secure, guys. Maybe I coulda ate those
I'm
expired
like,
ones.
you you guys, my
Look,
carpal tunnel's kicking in.
this is how big this is all I only get
Oh.
this much popcorn.
Okay, how do you even open that? My
I
like,
all
my
my
right
strength.
hand Huh?
All my strength.
Oh! Okay, I got it.
Okay. And I
Um,
do like cheddar popcorn.
okay, same here.
Hmm.
Are you the type who looks at ingredients at all?
No.
No.
I eat all the bad shit. Why? What am I looking for?
No, I do also, but I also eat healthy. I feel I'm one of those people who balance everything out. I'm like, I ate 5 things of junk today. I'm gonna eat 5 healthy things today.
Nice.
And I'm
Well,
fine.
yeah, that one time we were in Vegas, you took forever to eat those bag of Funyuns. Hmm.
I
I don't know.
know.
I like it.
You know what? I have to say the reason why. Oh my god, I'm teary eyed. You know how I take forever to eat the fun. Remember I told you this? That first of all, I savor everything I eat. And second, we were watching something and I didn't want to make noise.
I don't care. I was
No.
probably high
Well,
anyways.
not so much because I'm not sure if you would be able to hear the TV. I'm like chewing and then they're talking. I'm like, oh shit, hold on, let me stop chewing.
What were we watching?
P. Diddy.
Oh yeah, we were watching the Diddy documentary. Look at us with our documentaries.
Oh my
I like it. I feel
god. Yeah,
like
it's good. I think it's really light flavored.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I feel
good.
like because I like that. I think I told you that smart popcorn in the black bag.
Yeah.
That one is super flavorful, and I feel like this is a not as flavorful version, but this is also a lot healthier.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, no, I think this is good. And
yeah,
it's made with olive oil. I mean, the ingredients are good. It's
I
like
mean,
such minimal ingredients.
contains milk, proudly women owned and operated. I like that. Okay.
Huh?
I mean, would I buy this again if it was cheaper? I don't know about $5 a bag.
I know.
Because at first I was like, if I buy all 3 flavors, that's $15 in popcorn.
I know. I mean, I just didn't want to buy one.
Me either.
I didn't want to buy 2, but I didn't want to buy 1. So I was like, you know what?
I wish they had like a variety pack of smaller bags.
Mm-hmm. I would have bought that.
Me too.
If the dill
Yeah.
pickle was a flavor, would you buy?
You know what? I would try the dill pickle if it was part of my flavor pack. So, Chloe, can we get a flavor pack?
I know, right? Let's do
Please.
that.
Like
So-
like the mini bags though, like
Yeah.
that I
Like
can
the single
just
serving size.
yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
not just like the little bags.
Yeah, we don't need 4 of these sizes.
Yeah, like something I can just snack on real quick because
Yes.
I'm also
Okay,
one of those. Okay, this one wasn't as hard to open
Oh, okay. Oh, that's weird.
because I felt like we both struggled with the yellow bag.
Oh my god. I'm not even joking. This is not that easy.
The yellow bag took some. Yeah.
Actually, you
Well,
know what's funny about this is that you remember that clip or whatever that you sent me where they showed the chips? I think it was the chips.
Yeah.
And they were inside Target. And she had someone else opening it for her.
Was it a dude?
No, it was or maybe it was. I don't remember. No, it was a female.
Yeah.
It was a female.
I feel like she's really into fitness, so maybe that's part of the workout to eat your popcorn.
Struggle opening the bag.
Yeah. Let's see. So what's
hmm,
that one? What flavor is that called?
olive oil and sea salt.
Okay, mine is the sweet and salty kettle corn.
Okay.
I'm not that I hate kettle corn. It's nothing I ever really buy.
I feel like mine is super. It's an extremely mild taste.
Okay. Because the cheddar was more mild than I'm used to, I was expecting this to be lightly flavored. This is like super flavored for kettle corn.
Really?
Yes.
So do you like it?
I don't know. I don't
Sweet
not
and
like it.
salty. I don't know. I'm not really into like the sweet and salty.
It has I don't know. Maybe
You
it
know,
has
this
enough
one
weed.
here, so just like you said, the white cheddar, it was really mild. This one is even more mild to like where it just tastes almost like
That's what I like lightly salted, right?
mm,
Or no?
it's almost like
Naked
plain.
popcorn?
It's almost
Okay.
plain. The weird thing is this popcorn is extremely fluffy.
Okay. I feel like not the texture or the consistency of this, but the taste kind of reminds me of I think the closest thing I can explain is maybe Cracker Jacks. Like, that's how sweet it is to me.
Oh, okay.
But
I
not
don't like Cracker Jacks.
but not it doesn't have, like, Cracker Jacks has, like, the caramel coating or whatever it
Mhm.
is,
Like super
but
sticky
it's
together.
sweet,
Mhm.
and you can it's not lightly sweet. I don't know, Kyle will eat it. I'll eat this shit too, though.
Yeah, but which one do you like more? The white
Cheddar.
cheddar or that one?
Cheddar. This
Mhm.
one I do like,
Because it
but I
has
would need
flavor.
it would have to be a small bag, like, if I'm, like, on a diet and I'm like, "Oh, I just want something sweet," I would probably go for this,
Okay.
but I don't diet,
Okay.
guys.
Well, this one, the ingredients is popcorn, olive oil, milk protein isolate, mineral salt,
Mm,
and sea salt. That's it.
this one too, look, popcorn, milk, protein, isolate, cane sugar, olive oil, coconut oil, sea salt. That's
Oh,
it.
interesting.
Contains
Hmm.
coconut and milk.
And then the cheddar one was
I
the
felt like
cheddar
that
one
one
had a
has
little
more
bit,
ingredients.
yeah, cheese powder,
Yeah, this has a lot more ingredients. This,
all
though,
that.
if you like kettle corn, I feel like this is good.
Mm,
And like I said, it's not that I don't like kettle corn, it's just, I'm more of a cheesy, salty person.
yeah. I guess these are good for people like these ones specifically are good for if you really just want something mild,
Mhm.
like a very mild light snack.
Yeah, this isn't to me, this isn't mild.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not as sweet as Cracker Jacks, but it's sweeter than kettle corn that I normally the kettle corn I get is always from, like, a fair
Mm,
or, like,
yeah.
a farmer's market or something.
I feel like I've only had kettle corn when it was gifted.
I only have kettle corn when my daughter makes me buy it for her at a fair or a carnival or farmer's market, then I'll have a couple
Yeah.
pieces, and then I'm like
Okay, so
I say the
she's
same
probably
thing.
gonna really like that.
She might like this one.
Yeah. You'll have to tell me what she thinks.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
was interesting though. I'm glad we tried it.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, it's good and especially I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't mind if like, yeah, kids are probably gonna be like, this is kind of plain.
Oh,
But then I will feel so bad when they're eating it.
I was gonna, put some hot sauce on it.
I know. You know what?
I
That would
like hot
probably be
sauce on my
good.
popcorn.
You know what? I do that with my chips.
Mm. Yep.
Like I'll open like a Cool Ranch or like even a plain Lay's. And if I have my Tapatio or Cholula, I'll just drizzle it in there and just eat it out of the bag just like
Yeah,
that.
actually, maybe I'll go to a different Target that doesn't have expired blue
Mhm.
sea salt popcorn,
Mhm.
and I think I could do that one, like you said, and
Yeah.
just put some hot sauce.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
got
do
that
like
hot sauce on the chips idea from a coworker of mine, a work friend.
yeah, my ex-brother-in-law, my first marriage, he got me onto hot sauce on popcorn and chips and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it was always
Mm.
we'd always put Cholula.
Oh, yeah, I love Cholula.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have Cholula and Tapatio. I don't really use Tabasco.
No, I don't like
I
tobacco.
don't
I
like
have
it. Yeah, it's just too vinegary. I'd rather
yeah.
have, like, the other flavors. But anyways,
Well,
alright,
this
well,
was fun, guys.
that was fun, and we got to try some new snacks, which I always love.
Yeah.
Um,
The cheddar I
okay,
would do
well,
again, and I'm doing the blue bag
yeah,
hot sauce.
yeah, that's good. See y'all next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.